Hey guys, what's up? So I came through to the Pilansberg today, and after about 2 hours of driving around, I stopped at the Fish Eagle picnic spot just to grab a cup of coffee. I think anyone who knows me knows that after my photography and love of nature, I think the third love that I have is coffee. It all started when my sister got me a Nespresso machine, I think about 8 or 10 years ago, for my birthday. And yeah, since then I've been on a little bit of a coffee journey. I still love my Nespresso, but out here in the bush, you can't really bring your Nespresso machine along. So I just wanted to show you my 4 quick methods of coffee when I'm out in the bush. Yeah, each method has its merits and its flaws almost. So let me go through each one of them, and you can then comment maybe at the end and say which one you prefer. Okay, so I've got the different methods set up. So starting with just some instant coffee granules, some Jacobs, I think it is, that my mom packed for me in a separate jar. And then we've got Nescafe Gold Cappuccino that you just add water to. So I've got my 2 flasks here. I think I'll start with the Jacobs and the instant cappuccino and see how they go. Okay, so for the Jacobs, I like to add a little bit more of the instant coffee. I do find Jacobs a bit bitter, but it's good to have when it's the only option. Okay, so I brought some boiled water from home. And there you go, that's your first coffee. I take my coffee without sugar but with some milk, so I'll just add that now. Okay, Jay said that you pour the milk this way, and this is how you're meant to pour it. Makes sense actually, doesn't spill as much. So there you go, your first coffee in the bush. While that cools a little bit, I'll make the second one. Okay, so these instant cappuccino sachets come in a box of 10 and cost about $60 depending. You can probably get them on sale cheaper. So this one doesn't need any milk or anything else, it's just a sachet. I find that it's a quick solution in the bush if you need a coffee, but the taste of the coffee isn't quite there. It's not as strong as possibly a Jacobs instant coffee. So that's the first 2 methods. Then the third method is the Mocha Pot, which I have here. It is a bit more complicated in that you'll need a burner for it, and then you'll need to actually put your water in and bring it to a boil. I've got boiled water, but the Mocha Pot still needs the stove to heat it up, so I'm just going to set that up now. Okay, so for your Mocha Pot, you'll need to actually fill it up. So this is a 4-cup Mocha pot that I have. This my friend Ashika got me for my birthday, so another coffee present. So you just put in that little cup holder And then I've got some Beaver Creek blend, house blend, and the Mocha Pot you just fill up and you level off. And then you just screw on the top. Make sure that it's tightly sealed. Then you need to just quickly burn your stove, which is about going now. Then the Mocha Pot goes on top. You just need to block the wind a little bit. I think while the Mocha Pot is boiling, it's not yet boiling, we'll try out the instant coffee first. Yeah, okay. So the thing with Jacobs is that it is coffee, it's not chicory. The Mocha Pot is boiling over now. So it is coffee, not chicory, but it's quite bitter. It doesn't have a very broad depth of flavor. It's just bitter. Okay, and then the second one is the instant cappuccino. This cup has retained more heat than the other one. So what you taste here is more the coffee creamer than the coffee itself. As you may know, coffee creamer is made from palm, I think it's palm kernel oil, so it's like a milk substitute, and it has a very distinct taste. So think Ellis Brown or Cremora. So yeah, it's good if you need a cappuccino in a fix, but in terms of taste, what you'll be tasting is more the creamer than coffee. A possible solution or a workaround to this is mixing your own creamer and instant coffee mix. I'm not too sure what the ratios would be. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to finish those first two. I'll probably have to chuck them because I'm traveling alone today. I don't have anyone else to give those coffees to. But my Mocha Pot's boiled, and I can now have a filter from the Mocha pot itself. Okay, so I'll just reuse my mug here. So like I said, this is a four shot espresso Mocha Pot, but when I'm out in the bush, I actually just drink the one pot by myself. It's quite strong and it will keep you going probably through the rest of the day. The one issue that I do find with the Mocha Pot is, now that I'm done, this pot now needs to cool down. So I'll just leave it here on this table and give it maybe 15 minutes for it to cool down. This can be a bit of an issue when you're out driving in the park, because if you make a coffee and want to move off again, you have to wait for this pot to cool down. Okay, then for my last method, I've actually got this filter press from Stanley. So I don't know if you saw it when it was unpacked, but sorry, when it was all packed together, but it all packs together very much like a flask. So this flask where you keep the water in, and then it has this jug at the bottom that the flask sits in, and then it has this French press that you then press the coffee with. So I'm just heating the water up. You can see it's just boiling again, and then you can switch it off. With this one, you can actually just have hot water, but because I've got the stove here, I just reheated the water now again. Then part of the flask is this sort of the plug for the flask itself, but it also actually holds the coffee grounds as well. So I've just got about a tablespoon and a half of filter grind in there, that I'll then just throw into the bottom of the pot. Then you need to stir it in and almost let the coffee brew. So this needs maybe a 2 or 3 minute brewing time. Okay, so while that French press coffee brews, I'll taste the Mocha coffee that was made. The Beaver Creek grind has a lovely fruity aroma to it, which it still holds. I mean, I bought it at the end of April already, so it's about 3 months later, the same bag, and it's held its fragrance to it. Yes, so the Mocha brewing itself is very good. If it wasn't for the cool down time and the cleaning for the Mocha, I would use it wherever I go. Well, and it does take a little bit longer to boil through as well. But yeah, it's really a good cup of coffee. Okay, so my French press coffee should have brewed by now, and you just then use this French press and you filter the coffee through like that. So this jug can hold up to 500 ml, so it can make 4 decent cups of coffee. You just need to adjust your filter you just need to adjust your grind accordingly. So if you using the full 500 mils, then you'll need to add additional grind so that your coffee comes out strong enough. And then obviously once you have filtered it, let me just press this firmly, yeah, then you can pour it into your cup. So even with the brewing time, I think this is a little bit of a quicker method, especially if you've got hot water to start with, than the Mocha. And once you're done, you just pull this filter out, rinse it, and you're ready to go again. So no cool down time required or anything like that. Okay, so just going to add the milk in and then give this one a try. Okay, because this is the same coffee grind as the Mocha, should taste very similar. Obviously the strength may vary. Yeah, so with adding just a tablespoon and a half, this one is a much milder coffee, so it's not as strong as the mocha. But obviously the mocha is a four shot espresso mocha, and the filter press is a little bit more water, so um, it's not so much um, espresso shots, but more filter coffee. So yeah, that's the last one. I think I will be moving more towards this filter press going forward. I must just experiment and get the ratios of grind to water correct. Okay, so that was my quick four coffee methods in the bush. You're probably wondering how this guy is going to be driving around with 4 cups of coffee in him, but it's not really 4 cups. It's just about, well, actually, it's more than 4 cups because the mocha is 4 espresso shots, so it's probably about 6 to 8. Um, the two instant coffees um, weren't as good as the ground coffee, but I mean that's to be expected. Um, just the Beaver Creek bag of grind, so it's about 250 grams, so it should make about 10 cups of coffee. That bag of grind is about $75, so that's about 750 per cup of coffee without the milk and stuff. So it's not too bad, especially if you compare it to like an espresso, which costs about $90 per sleeve of 10 for the cheaper ones, and then you've got like $100 for the the single country origins and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, it's comparable, and because you're out in the bush, it's not really that bad. It's probably better than anything you'll get at any of the shops in the park itself. They probably sell you a instant coffee for like $20 at the shop. I'll have to go check that out. But yeah, if you are a coffee lover and have to have your cup in the bush, I think my suggestion would be either the mocha or that French press that I've got from Stanley, and you'll be sorted.